Where
Oh
it
yeah,
came
you don't
from.
have the Hebrew
Their
name.
I
mother's-
have a Hebrew
Their
name,
mother's
Okay.
but I
mother.
don't know where Bernice came
Oh, but
from.
so what's the Hebrew name?
It's
Bracha, Brinda.
no, oh, is it Brindoliba? Brindoliba.
okay. Because often there's sort of sounds close, like Terry's.
Yeah. Mine
Anyways,
is Brindoliba.
Bernice was born
And I was
in
born.
1930s.
I was not. Where'd you get that from?
Weren't you born in the 1930s?
I thought you said in 1930. I was
Yeah,
born
I said in the 1930s.
April the 14th, 1933,
33.
In Toronto.
in Toronto.
At which hospital?
I think it was the original Mount Sinai Hospital.
I thought it was the Grace
Oh.
Street Hospital.
I think it was the original Mount Sinai Hospital. Yeah.
And those are the early days, right?
Well, what about you? Your name?
What about me? My name is Mollie Rothman, and I was born way back, 1934, August the 4th. And my mother said it was very hot that summer. It was during a heat wave. That's what I recall. And
Which hospital?
I thought it was the Grace Street Hospital, which maybe became the Mount Sinai. Not sure. At any rate, I was 16 months younger than my sister Bernice, and all through public school, you know, I was crying when she started school, and my mother went to the principal and begged him to let me come in to school.
And that's how
Lansdowne.
we ended up
And I ended up in
in
the same.
kindergarten together.
Yeah, and the principal put me down 4 months younger than my sister. So,
Which was
Good, true.
really
so
Yeah.
every year
Right.
the teacher said, "Bring your birth certificate."
and they
Glad to see
never
it.
got to see
And
it.
I asked my mother. She said, "Tell them I'm busy." And
Which
couldn't
she
go
was.
to look after.
Which she was.
And she had my brother Jack 2.5 years later after me, and then my brother Ruby, who was 6 years after me. And here, the reason I got my name, Mollie, it was from Moshe, my father's father, because usually the name of a child is named after somebody who's passed away, and you want to remember them. And
And why does it say Spodak on your birth
Bernice
certificate?
was born,
That's a good
and I was the
question.
second girl, my father said to my mother, "You're never going to have a boy." You know, so he gave me his father's name, Moshe, which became Masha, which became eventually Malka, and then Mollie in the English. Malka means queen, by the way, Malka.
And why does it say Spodak on your birth certificate?
Spodek is my mother's maiden
No,
name.
you're wrong.
My
Absolutely
father's-
wrong.
Huh?
Mama's maiden name was Schneider.
I know, but I
So
had to...
what you said was her
Yeah,
maiden
but
name.
when we came, when my father came over from Europe, and he didn't have a marriage certificate from his mother, and so he had to put down Spodek. That was her maiden name.
Whose maiden name? His
His mother's
maiden
maiden name. Dad's mother's maiden name, because he didn't have a wedding, a ketubah, a wedding, because in those days the rabbi married them, and it wasn't done through the civil,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So it was Parnas. But,
Okay, so where did Parnas come from?
came from the second husband, wasn't
Yeah,
it, of a
Right.
grandmother.
Right.
Because first of all it was Melamed.
right.
She married this Moshe Melamed. Melamed means teacher, by the way.
That
Melamed.
should have been our maiden name,
Yes.
Malamed.
Oh.
Except
that
that he
should have
died, and she remarried Moshe
Okay.
Parnas.
Oh.
And he, I guess, adopted us. We became Parnas. So,
Who adopted
cool.
us? Nobody adopted us.
well, how did we use Parnas?
Well, because I guess they took the second husband of their mother's name,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess that was Parnas, so they became
Didn't Moshe Parnas have other children?
Yeah,
There were a lot of Parnases. A lot of them went to England.
Yeah, most of them went to
Yeah.
England. There's a lot of Parnases
In England, there's
Yeah.
Parnases.
in London or in the
Parnas
hotels.
is in the synagogue is a very honorable name. You know, when somebody's a Parnas, he sort of helps look after the synagogue and gives honors to different men, because women didn't have any aliyot, like honors, in those days. So Parnas was a very good name. Anyways, when we were born, it was under Spodek. You know, our birth certificate has Spodek.
Yours too?
Huh.
Yeah,
I can
Bernice
show
and
And
me.
what about
And
Ruby
then
and
it was
Jackie?
changed
Parnas.
legally,
Oh,
and for the boys, they were Parnas. My brother Jack Parnas and Reuben Parnas. My brothers, our brothers.
What's that?
okay, finish.
Oh, I think next door. Yeah. Huh. Very good.
Well,